Let's turn our focus now to the Middle East, where Iran and their state news agency says Tehran and Oman are close to a new agreement for the traffic that goes through that critical oil shipping route that you see right there on the map known as the Strait of Hormuz. Now, that said, this does not signal a full reopening of the waterway. Now, while President Trump says that he'd rather make a deal with Iran, he still threatens more attacks. Listen.
I'd rather make a deal because I don't want to kill people. I do not want to kill people. But at some point, we were set for the biggest attack of any attack, and we've hit them very hard for the last few months.
So let's go live now to CBS News senior White House correspondent Weijia Jiang. Weijia, what's the reaction? And then also I'm curious what U.S. involvement there is in these talks that are being mentioned by Tehran's communications agency.
Well, senior administration officials, including Secretary Bessent of Treasury and Rubio, the Secretary of State, have said that the U.S. is playing a role in these negotiations, although Iran and Oman are the ones that are directly crafting this deal. But as you mentioned, it's unclear exactly what the agreement will be because the president has been adamant that he wants the strait to be completely reopened, but it appears, based on Iranian reports, that that is not the case from their side, at least because they are focused just on traffic flow. There's another question, too, about tolls and whether they will be charging any. Of course, you may remember the president has also insisted that it has to be free movement, which is also what Bessent said would happen. And he actually indicated that there might be an agreement by today. And so far, we haven't heard an official announcement, Reed.
All right. So also curious about President Trump because he is pushing back on some reports that got some pretty big headlines. The findings, at least according to one report, that we are down in munitions as a result of the war in Iran. What's he saying?
The president is categorically denying that. He issued a pretty full-throated statement on social media overnight saying that the U.S. has, quote, massive amounts of munitions, especially of certain types. He went on to say additional large amounts are being manufactured and shipped to the U.S. as needed, and that defense companies are building them all over the country. And the final thing he said, Reed, was that the, quote, leakers of these treasonous statements are being hunted down. Long-term jail sentences will be sought. So he is clearly angry at whatever the source of information is that these munitions are in short supply and threatening to arrest and jail whatever officials have been sharing this information. Of course, we should mention CBS News was among the outlets to report that there is this situation unfolding where there is concern about the amount of munitions left after an aggressive string of attacks over the past 5 months. But you heard right there what the president says. He says that there are massive amounts and that there are no shortages, Reed.
All right, Weijia Jiang reporting live from the White House. Good to see you, Weijia. Thank you so much.